Welcome to Prime at 9. I'm Muamla and now news in details. West Bengal Chief Minister and All India Trinamool Congress leader Mamata Banerjee attended a program on International Mother Language Day at Deshapriya Park in Kolkata. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee homage to those who had sacrificed lives for the mother tongue. On the occasion of International Mother Language Day, she tweeted, "Greetings on International Mother Language Day. Salute to all martyrs who valiantly fought for the cause of mother language. Plurality of languages needs celebration in India today. We love all languages. We love our mother language." International Mother Language Day is held with an aim to promote awareness of linguistic diversity and multilingualism. On the 21st of February, ADC and Administrator Newland District Atrila along with ward in charges and GBs distributed 338 dustbins in 9 wards of Newland District. During the distribution drive, she emphasized that the distribution drive was encouraged the community participation in waste disposal management and also to encourage cleanliness and maintenance of the surrounding for better and healthy environment. She even spoke about how dry and wet waste should be managed accordingly. She added that the Newland Town Council will be collecting the waste in due time, which will then be dumped at an official dumping ground, which is currently being declared out in the district. She also stressed that every individual of Newland district is equally important to take the district on the road to development. She mentioned that the Urban Development Department have announced to award the cleanest ULB's district awards 2022 Nagaland and that Newland district fell under category 3 and would be competing against 20 other ULB. She urged the public to adhere to cleanliness and hygienic activities so that Newland could win the award. A week-long Vigyan Sarvatra Puchayati festival began today at the Science and Technology Complex in Kohima. In concurrence with the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav program, the Department of the Principal Scientific Advisor, Ministry of Culture and in association with Vigvan is observing a pan-India showcase on science, technology and innovation. This festival is held in every part of the country from February 22 to the 28th. The Department of Science and Technology of Nagaland is organizing it for the Nagaland chapter and is held at the Department of Science and Technology Complex in Kohima. Updates on Tuesday said, addressing at the inaugural program, Commissioner and Science Secretary for Science and Technology or Teaching Mark said the main aspiration for this festival is to inspire youths and help them navigate and build India to be a progressive nation. It is also to reinforce the commitment for the scientific community towards economic and social development, the official said. He added that the aspiration of this festival is also to highlight development across the country. Altogether, 16 schools from across Kohima are attending the festival, the update stated.
The state of Nagaland is hosting these days starting from today. There will be 4 items that have been identified for the victory celebration. They are the annals of history of science, number 1. Second, milestones of modern science and technology. Science, technology and innovation for self-reliance and science and technology roadmap for the next 25 years.
Jia Sindh Mutahida Mahas held a protest march against Pakistan government in Karachi to mark the International Mother Language Day on 21st February. The political activists chanted pro-freedom, anti-Pakistan slogans. Sindhis accused Islamabad of suppressing Sindhi identity, including their language. They demand a separate sovereign state, Sindhudesh, for Sindhis.
ज़बान के खिलाफ साजिशें पहले दिन से की गई हैं और जब ये गैर फितरी रियासत पाकिस्तान बना था उस वक़्त से लेकर जो तारीख़ी ज़बानें हैं उनके खिलाफ एक साजिश ये की गई कि बाहर से लाई गई एक यानी ज़बान इस खित्ते के ज़बानों के ऊपर, कौमों के ऊपर ज़बरदस्ती मुसल्लत की गई। सिंध में जितने भी प्राइमरी और तालीमी जो इदारे जहाँ पर सिंधी मीडियम स्कूल हैं, वो सारे स्कूल बंद करके उनको
As snowfall is common throughout the winter in the Kashmir Valley, the Mechanical Engineering Department of the Jammu and Kashmir government established a snow control room in Srinagar to monitor the snowfall and respond to any emergency at request. The control is equipped with latest machinery along with expert staff to respond in heavy snowfall. When an emergency call is received, the specialists in this control room instantly activate machinery and experts to respond to the situation and address it on time. The control room also coordinated with other departments of administration and police to respond to the emergency anywhere in Srinagar city. During heavy rainfall, the control room prioritizes emergency services such as hospitals, government offices and cities' main roadways to clear the snow so that emergency services may operate smoothly. This control station serves as a backbone for the city of Srinagar, clearing roads and facilitating public mobility during winters. Nagaland has one of the highest numbers of people suffering from HIV/AIDS, and on top of that, the world still has not found a cure for HIV/AIDS. There are preventive measures and treatments, but no definite cure. Dr. Hotoka, a senior medical officer, told HornbillTV that Nagaland is the second highest state in India with people affected from HIV/AIDS, and that Nagaland reports new HIV/AIDS cases on a daily basis. HornbillTV also visited the antiretroviral treatment ART Plus Center, District Hospital Dimapur, to find out the grim reality. So now let's have a look at the report of our reporter Aduna.
HIV, unfortunately, is very much in our community, and what data we have, how many patients are suffering with HIV, I would say it's just a tip of iceberg. So if we see the data, then today, as per National AIDS Control Organization, our Nagaland stands at second highest HIV affected state, HIV prevalent state in India, second highest. And when it comes to Nagaland, if we break up into different districts, because each district has a burden of HIV in Nagaland, and Dimapur has the highest amount of HIV patients. Also because it is the metropolitan city of Nagaland, and many patients, when they are sick, they come from different parts of Nagaland, as well as they come from the neighboring state of Assam. So Dimapur carries a huge burden of HIV when it comes to the status of HIV in Nagaland. So the percentage of Nagaland at the moment of HIV prevalence is, the adult prevalence is 1.65, which is considered very high compared to the national prevalence rate of HIV. And even in the last 2 years during this COVID pandemic, in spite of COVID pandemic, HIV, in a way I would say, it is on the rise.
So sir, rehabilitation centers can be ase, so how effectively do rehabilitation centers can do HIV/AIDS patients can coordinate kurina service di ase?
See, other than the rehabilitation center or other NGOs, the one who are closely working with us, even say considering this last 2 years of pandemic during the lockdown, our staff, including our partner NGOs like Vihan, ITEC, Ahana, YRG, they are our extended arms, and they put their effort to take the medicine and take it to the patients.
So do you think rehabilitation centers can be aro bisi takio lagi na kini ka se situation is up there?
Yeah, if we see the demand or the burden of HIV in Nagaland, definitely more NGOs should come up. We hardly see any, well-performing NGOs. If we consider the HIV-affected orphans, HIV-affected children, just for that matter, for their education, because, or even the livelihood, the skill development. Our patients, many are unemployed, and they need to earn so that they continue to provide for themselves, for their family. So I believe there's a scope to help, to provide help through different activities towards the people living with HIV/AIDS.
Oh, sir, itu LFA ko ina bi ase poila itu takise ko se holi bi ita discontinue we to what do you think about that?
LFA, which stands for Legislators Forum on HIV/AIDS, it was a very noble project by our legislators. They initiated this for the first time among all the legislators. So Nagaland, everybody appreciated the effort that they put, that each MLA contribute for their community towards people living with HIV, towards creating the awareness, towards creating the reduction of HIV/AIDS stigma and discrimination. So LFA played a very big role of helping, because everything needs financial help when it comes to creating awareness. So for many years there was a big help, and I also participated in few of the awareness campaigns, and it was very fruitful. But unfortunately, the government has given up this funding towards this LFA. So I believe this should be revived. I believe it will surely help towards creating awareness, because we still need the help of our legislators. It may be a little amount, but it definitely has made a change in creating and in improving the status of HIV/AIDS in Nagaland. But since we are still at the battleground, the battle is not over. So how can they just stop? I believe we need them so much. We need their help. So this is my humble request to the current legislators, if they could think over it and revive this LFA. My only advice is, if there is any risk history, any behavior that you think that you could be having HIV, then you should come up for testing. Because if you don't test, you may feel you're normal, you're healthy, but you could be carrying the virus if you had a high risk behavior. So please come forward, please send your dear and near ones, please send your friends and come for testing. For HIV patients, every facility is available in District Hospital Dimapur.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi canvassed for a second term for the BJP-led government in Manipur on February 22nd. Modi engaged in election campaigning in Porbound, Manipur just a day after Rahul Gandhi visited the state. He canvassed for a second term for the BJP-led government in the state. He addressed a mega public rally at the Luang Pokpa Cricket Stadium in Impal West. Modi said that once again the double-engine Sarkar will come into Manipur. He said this election will decide the future of Manipur for the next 25 years. He said Biren Singh and his team has seconded everyone with him and given good governance. He further said that nobody was charged even a single penny for COVID vaccination. Further, the Prime Minister said the Congress Party had never understood the sensibilities of Northeast India, but that it was the NDA-led government which considered the region as the most important region. Further, he said women of Manipur had taken part in the fight against foreign powers, but earlier governments had never done anything substantial for women. Baptist College of Kohima organized its Literary Day 2022 with the theme The World is in Words today at the basketball court of Baptist College in Kohima. Speaking at the program, the convener of the Literary Committee, Dr. Cindy Naro, said the aim of the Literary Day is to educate extracurriculum activities that are important in all-round development in diverse ways, which can be taken as an alternative form of learning. Updates on Tuesday said. She added that the concept of learning is not only text-based curriculum, but to equip individuals with the right literary tools of learning outside text through reading, communication, and writing. Srinagar also reminded that literary activities are not just about reading and writing but encompasses various forms of art such as painting, sketching, music, etc. In order to discover the most standardized form of education, during the program various competitions were conducted to mark the occasion. A total of 118 students participated in the competition, the update stated.
On the concept that learning is actually a very comprehensive term and it is not just text-based. So the main aim and the focus of us organizing an event like this in the midst of busy schedule of the teachers as well as the students in a text-based curriculum is so that when you walk out of this college as graduates, you are equipped with the right tools, the right literary tools that prepares you for living and also for learning outside the text through reading, communication and writing, which I call the three tools that every student must be ready, and armored with when they walk out of the
India on Tuesday again advised Indian students to leave Ukraine in the interest of their safety, following an increase in tensions of a potential invasion by Russia. This is the third such advisory in the past week. The move followed Russian President Vladimir Putin's decision to recognize the independence of Moscow-backed breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine and his order to send Russian troops to these areas. Students are advised in the interest of their safety to leave Ukraine temporarily rather than wait for an official confirmation from universities, the Indian Embassy said in a brief statement posted on its social media accounts. The embassy said it had received a large number of calls asking about the confirmation of online classes by medical universities in Ukraine. The embassy said it is engaged with Ukrainian authorities for streamlining of the education process for Indian students. The embassy had issued two advisories since February 15, following a spike in concerns over the situation in Ukraine. Indian officials, however, are still in place, and the embassy continues to function and monitor developments closely. People familiar with the matter said New Delhi has repeatedly said that one of its priorities is ensuring the safety and well-being of more than 20,000 Indians in Ukraine, including professionals, businessmen, and some 18,000 students. Control rooms have been established at the embassy in Kyiv and the External Affairs Ministry in New Delhi to help the Indian nationals. Air India will operate 3 flights on the Kyiv-Delhi route on February 22, 24 and 26 because of the growing demand from the Indian Army community and students amid the mounting uncertainty. A POCSO court in Morrigaon district of Assam has sentenced a 23-year-old man from Assam's Jagir Road to 20 years of rigorous imprisonment for repeatedly raping his own sister. According to reports, the girl got pregnant after being raped by his notorious brother. Based on a complaint lodged at Jagir Road police station in the year 2019 against PS case no number 437 2029 under section 376(2)(3) of the Indian Penal Code IPC RW section 6 and 9 of the POCSO Act. The additional sessions judge and special judge of Morrigaon delivered the landmark judgment.
Special Judge POCSO আদালতে গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ ৰায়দান কৰে POCSO কেছ নাম্বাৰ 6 by 2020 জাগিৰোড PS 473 2019 এইটো ঘটনাটো হ'ল নিজৰ ককাইকে নিজৰ ভনীয়েকক ৰেপ কৰি প্ৰেগনেন্ট কৰিছিল ঘটনাটো ঘটিছিল জাগিৰোডত আপোনাৰ 2019 প্ৰথম ভাগত তাতে 7 মাহ প্ৰেগনেন্ট হ'ল ওচৰৰ মানুহখিনিয়ে পিছত বহুখিনি তেওঁৰ ভিক্টিমে বায়েকক ক'লে, বায়েকে পৰীক্ষা নিৰীক্ষা কৰিলে, ডক্টৰৰ তাত নিলে। ডক্টৰৰ তাত নিয়াৰ পিছতে যেতিয়া গম পাই সমাজত এতিয়া প্ৰচাৰ হৈ গ'ল এই ঘটনাটোৰ বিষয়ে। প্ৰচাৰ হোৱাৰ পিছতে ওচৰৰ এজন বিপিন চন্দ্ৰ বৰদলৈ নামৰ ব্যক্তি
Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the Imphal rally said that Bharatiya Janata Party's work in the past 5 years has laid foundation of development for next 25 years in Manipur. He said that in the past 5 years, BJP's double-engine government worked towards the overall development of Manipur. The people have seen BJP's good governance and good intentions, and the party's work in the past 5 years has laid the foundation for the next 25 years, he said.
पार्टी को इसी पे आपत्ति है, वह नहीं चाहती है कि प्रदेश का विकास हो। हमारी सरकार के समय तो सब नर करहि परस्पर प्रीति, चलई स्वधर्म निरत श्रुत नीति। राम राज्य की स्थापना के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की डबल इंजन की सरकार काम कर रही है। लेकिन भाइयों बहनों, समाजवादी पार्टी की सरकार जब थी तब उसकी संवेदना आतंकवादियों के प्रति थी। पेशेवर माफिया और अराजकता
This is all for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.